Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Monday live stream, 5 p.m. It's been a couple of weeks since we went live, but we're going to try to stick to our weekly schedule, usually Mondays. Sometimes we're also going to add Thursdays, and we're here streaming on YouTube, Facebook, our Facebook group, and Instagram, and taking your questions and always here for you guys. We'll talk a little bit about the State of the Union address, Biden's State of the Union address, and also just the shift in policies between this administration and what could happen under Trump, and obviously answering your questions. I know we have a lot of questions that we collected from the comments from the last few videos, and also people send us questions in advance because we are also um, sending a newsletter every week, so you guys can post your questions in advance. And also, if you're joining me right now, let me know where you're from. Post your location right here, and you can also join me on video. I'm going to try to get some questions on video. I posted a link in the comments, and you'll be able to join on video and ask your questions. So I've been getting a lot of questions about what's going to happen. If there's going to be any immigration reform coming up, and specifically after the State of the Union, where Biden, if you remember, he used the term illegal immigrant. He essentially um, you know definitely spoke about immigration. There was kind of a pivotal subject in this State of the Union, whether it was about what's happening at the border, it's about legislation that they tried to pass just before the State of the Union, a particular act, um, bill that could essentially deport um, immigrants that are charged with shoplifting or theft. And this just happened the day of the State of the Union, and so people are just kind of worried about what could happen, what's going to be the next 6 months going to look like. And on one hand, Trump is feeding slowly his policies that are going to be quite um, negative towards immigration. In fact, we're talking about complete blockages of certain immigrants coming to the United States and mass deportations. At the same time, Biden, if you look at 2021, 2022, 2023, and this year, they also shifted in their policies. On one hand, they are allowing a lot of high qualified immigrants to move to the United States, get visas like O1s, green cards. At the same time, we're looking to change the asylum process, making it more complicated for people to apply for asylum. And also more and more people are being deported. At the same time, a lot of people are coming to the border. There's not a clear system to stop people from coming in. Um, so we're going to see interesting shifts into a lot of bills that will be proposed in the next few months to try to create some sort of um, avenue for maybe DACA, maybe essential workers, maybe people that lived here over 10 years to be able to get their paperwork. But it remains to be seen. I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting time. Um, let's see here. And in a minute or so, we're going to join also with our TikTok audience. I'm just trying to, get my second cameras here calibrated. But let's see. We've got Trinidad and Tobago here. We've got Nigeria. Um, we've got New York. Excellent. Sola, Guillermo. And yeah, let's drop your questions in the comments, and I will answer them. Or if you want to join on video, you're welcome to do that. Gelasmo is saying his case F2 July 28, 2020, and UDQ'd in 2021, Ethiopia. It's in terms of people trying to find out when will the interview schedule, remember that it really depends on which country your case is going to be designated. Um, if you were documented complete in 2022, there's a good chance that you might get an interview this year. But a lot of people that documented complete in 2023, unless things will start moving a little bit faster, and things are moving a little bit faster in certain categories. Probably at the end of the year, if you were documented qualified in 2023, probably by the end of the year, 2024, you will be able to get a visa interview. Teresa is asking, what do you do with an I-130 that has been revoked? Is there a way you can unrevoke it? So if your I-130 has been revoked, that's not a good thing. That means that your entire green card case that you're sponsoring is essentially in trouble, because the I-130 is what controls your case. Sometimes they close your national visa center case. If that happens, then you're able to reopen it. But if your I-130 has been revoked, then you have to refile a new case if you qualify, obviously. Edwin is asking, Trump said he's going to expand the travel ban from receiving green card, but I thought Biden passed a bill where Trump couldn't discriminate. Biden passed quite a few bills, but not all of them passed, obviously. So remember that they introduced a bill. There was a bill that was introduced just in January, and that bill had a lot of interesting provisions that could have helped a lot of immigrants, but that bill didn't pass. So, Biden can do a lot of things while he's president, and also, like executive orders. But at the end of the day, if you want to see major legislation passed, we need Congress to be able to do that. So we need the Senate and the House to agree on a bill, and eventually that bill will go to the president to be signed. We haven't seen any comprehensive immigration bill as of yet. Let me see here. Charles from the United Kingdom. We've got Patrick watching from Las Vegas. Nice. I'm going to be in Vegas in a few weeks myself for a conference over there. Milton, New York City. USCIS received my VAWA case September 2023. I got my prima facie and work permit for 2 years, which is expiring next month. I have no news since then. So remember, VAWA cases are taking a long time. And here we go. We got our TikTok here. Perfect. TikTok viewers are joining in a second. So, talking about VAWA, as I mentioned to you, VAWA is taking a long time right now. So you got your prima facie. That's a good thing. You can join on video using the link I just sent you. So welcome to our TikTok viewers as well. We have a lot of people that are joining right now. We are back to our lives on Mondays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to try to stick with that time, and maybe we'll have also another live stream on Thursdays. But right now we will be committing to Mondays because, collecting all the questions from the weekend, and I'll be answering them. So post your questions. Welcome. Let me know also where you're tuning in. Our TikTok friends right now. So just let me know where you're tuning in, and drop your questions in the comments, and we'll be there. And I answer them as well. Maria is asking on YouTube right here. F2A category only will progress up to 6 months. Visa bulletin for April 2024. The visa bulletin is moving. Obviously, it's not moving as fast as you want it to be, but it is already moving. Like family categories are moving faster, and you're going to see more and more people getting their visa interviews at the end of the year. Things are definitely moving faster right now. I get a lot of questions from people that are asking about the H2B visa, about the H1B visa. And H1B visa is open since March 6th. So if you're watching this on all the platforms, YouTube, TikTok, if you have an employer that is interested in sponsoring you, then now is the time to do it. 65,000 visas plus 20,000 visas available, and they're going to do the lottery um, after March 22nd. So I think it's important to mention that, because if you're watching this live on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, and you have a job offer that is ready to sponsor you, you need to apply for the H-1B visa lottery. Like right now, you have until March 22nd to do that. And again, you guys want to join on video on YouTube, I posted the link. You're welcome to do that. Because have you had a chance to see the visa bulletin section E? Is that for final action or filing dates? I can review it and I can let you know. I'm going to review the visa bulletin, obviously, and I'll make a video about it. All right. Questions here on TikTok. Yoselin is asking, do I need a lawyer to start my process to become a citizen? I mean, you don't have to use an attorney to file for citizenship. I mean, you know, if you know how to do it yourself, if you feel comfortable to fill the forms. But I always tell people it's better to invest in a lawyer. So this way, at least you know that your forms are done properly. You probably won't see delays because an attorney can help you. And typically lawyers can help you follow up on the case with immigration, which is really what the reason why people are hiring. So if you can afford it, for sure, use an attorney. Let's see here. Angela is asking, how can we get a hold of you? Well, I mentioned before, if you guys are watching this on TikTok, the easiest way to get a hold of me is you just go to my bio. There's a link there. You can click the link and leave your info, or there's a phone number there. It's easier. Just use the phone number and text me. And those of you watching this on YouTube, Facebook, you can see the number here on the screen, 619-483-4549. Just use that and mention that you were on the live, and you'll get a priority. So again, you're watching this on YouTube, it's very easy. The number is right here. And TikTok, the link in my bio, there's a phone number there as well. And yes, Jeffrey, I can help clients in all 50 states. That's a question that we also get here on YouTube. Yeah, we can help clients in all 50 states. We are based in San Diego, but immigration is federal, so we can do it anywhere. And like I said, if you watch this on TikTok, just go to my bio. The phone number is there. Just use it, text it, mention you were in the live, and you get a priority. And the same thing for you guys on YouTube. I'll put it right here on the screen. Just use this number and mention you were in the live, and I'll give you a priority. All right. So we've got a lot of questions here. Saba is asking, what happens if your U visa application is not processed for 7 years? What's happening at that point? Well, you can always do a series of follow-ups. And if it doesn't work, you can also file a lawsuit to expedite your petition. It shouldn't take that long. Ayeti says, does your spouse have to come to your N400 interview if your 751 is still pending? I would suggest that your spouse will go with you and wait in the waiting room. And if they need her to join inside, they will ask her. But yeah, because essentially if your I-751 is not approved, you still need your spouse to help you get your citizenship. All right, let's see here. Got a question here on YouTube. Philemon is asking, if one overstayed their B2 visa and they get married on the adjustment of status, if you overstayed, do you need to explain why you overstayed if you are marrying a U.S. citizen? The answer is no. So if you're overstayed and you're marrying a U.S. citizen, you don't care. That's all waived. They don't even need to know why you overstayed. It doesn't matter if you marry a green card holder. Obviously, you can't file the adjustment until your dates are current. But if it's a citizen, it doesn't matter. Thanks. Don't forget, guys, we have our fire challenge. I appreciate all of you guys that are tuning into the live and all the support, the hearts and likes. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Don't forget our fire challenge. XChan is saying, why does perm take so much time? Perm is the green card based on employment, and it's taking a long time because they have huge backlogs at the Labor Department, and it's taking forever for them to process the cases. Thanks, I appreciate that. Let's see here. Ilya says, do you believe F1 is the best way to move to the US, as I have an EB3 Unskilled and I have a September 2023 priority date? So, people are applying for the green card, but the dates are not current. So Ilya wants to know what to do. Yeah, I mean, F1 is one way to come to the United States earlier. You come with a student visa, you can stay here for up to 5 years as long as you're in your school, and that's a good way to move to the United States. Ilya, can I pay for consultation for immigration options? For sure, Ilya. So Ilya, if you're watching this on YouTube, just use the phone number here upstairs on the above me. Use that number and book your consultation. All right, let's see. We have a lot of good questions here on TikTok. Sudesh, just got a quick question. How long it's going to take for I-130 petition for U.S. citizen? So if you're a U.S. citizen and you're fighting for your spouse inside the United States, it's less than 10 months. What's the best way to go about a J-1 waiver? So J-1 is it's a non-immigrant visa, usually for trainees, scholars, and so forth. There are different kinds of waivers. There's a hardship waiver. There's no objection waiver. Depends on the kind of waiver that you need. That will be the best way to go about it. And once again, Kachi says, I need help with my N400 application. So Kachi, absolutely, since you're here on the live, what you should do right now is just go to my profile. There's a phone number on the profile. Just text this number. Just say, I was on the live. I'm on the live right now. I need help with my citizenship. And my team will help you immediately. And it's going to be more effective since you're on the live. Just do it now. Just go on my profile. Thanks, Mama. Appreciate it. Use the phone number or the link. There's a link you can fill, but the phone number is quicker. Just text it. Easy. 3G says, marrying U.S. citizen and had DACA, lost DACA due to DUI. Thanks a lot, guys. We achieved the live goal for today. So it's amazing. I lost DACA due to a DUI. Should I hire a lawyer? Yes. So you should definitely hire a lawyer for this case, because the lawyer can help you file the green card and obviously address the whole issue of the DUI. And also you're going to need to have another waiver for that. Let's see here. We've got Lizard. I have a scheduled interview for my family-based green card, and my son petition for father. I need to know, take over the case. Can you do that? Is that so much work if you look at the case from the beginning? Absolutely. I can definitely take over the case. In fact, we do all that. I mean, we do a lot of, give second opinion. We have a lot of cases that come to us from other attorneys. Clients choose to work with us. It's very easy. All you have to do, Lizard, is send me a text. I'm just going to put this text on the screen right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, the number is on the screen. Just use that number and mention you were on the live, and I will be able to book the consultation and help you take over the case. Harun, I'm from Pakistan. My wife lives in the USA. She submitted my case on June of 2023. And now I'm waiting for approval, 10 months done. Nothing seems okay. So basically, Pakistan is a category of its own. Pakistan, India, and the Philippines, they have a lot of backlogs over there. So it's very important that you continue to follow up with the embassy, and also try to find an expedite. And if it doesn't work, there are other things you can do to move this case forward. But you guys are not that far away. 2023 is not too bad. We have clients who are waiting, that people will call me from 2021, and now we are going to take action on their cases. But again, if you need help, just use this number on the screen. Eshan says, is my moment packet due reading for? I'm not sure what you're asking. Let's see here. Liz is saying, I'm leaving under advanced parole to Mexico. Can I travel to a different state? Please help. Thank you, Sunshine. So if you have advanced parole to go to Mexico, you can go to Mexico. You don't have to be necessarily in the same city that you specified where you have to go to for the parole, but it definitely has to be the same country. So if you have advanced parole for Mexico, you cannot just go to Europe. You have to go to Mexico, and it's very important because otherwise they won't let you in. Mozan is saying someone with a 2-year conditional green card can be a joint sponsor, a co-sponsor. Yes, they can. I came on a K1 visa, married and divorced before filing. I remarry somewhere else and file adjustment of status. That should be fine. So remember, with a K1 visa, with the fiancé visa, if you come on a fiancé visa, you have to marry the person that petitioned you, the original petitioner. If you don't, then the case will be denied because the rules say you have to marry the petitioner. Now, in your case, you divorced, so you'll be able to to file another case. Let's see here. Rumi, I got my travel permit pending 45. I have a pending asylum. So my question is, can I travel to a different country to visit my family? Yes, as long as it's not the country of your asylum. Harun, is the Lawfully app good? I think so. Yeah, Lawfully is an app that allows you to track your the processing of your case. So I think it's not a bad app. All right. So if you guys want to go ask me a question on video, I'll be ready right now. And also on TikTok, if you guys want to ask me a question on video, just request me. You can request me. You're gonna be joined to a line, and then I can add you on video. And you can ask me questions on video if you want. Can I travel in the United States if I'm undocumented? Yeah, you can travel in the United States as long as you have a passport or some sort of a valid ID. Even if you're undocumented, you can still travel inside the United States. You just obviously you do this at your own risk. It's quite risky, obviously, but it's allowable. California, how can we transfer cases to you? My husband is waiting for residence, but our lawyer never knows anything. California Lash, what you have to do is right now go to my bio. There's a phone number in the bio. Use that number. Text my team and say, I was on Jacob's Live and I want to, you guys take over my case. And that's the best thing to do. If you have a phone number, if you have a phone, just use this and we can take over. Or use the link in the bio to leave your information and we'll contact you. All right, let's take a video question from YouTube. And again, if you guys are watching this on TikTok and you want to join on video, just line up at the bottom. We got Wissam, who has a question here on YouTube. Wissam, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you, Jacob?
I'm doing pretty good. Can you put your video on so we can see you as well?
Of course. 1 second. Yes.
So I'm taking video calls on
Sorry,
YouTube.
sorry for
I'm
the
also going to take video questions on TikTok. So line up and request me to join you. Wissam, how are you, my friend? Where are you located?
Good. I'm in San Diego with you.
Oh, in San Diego. Oh my God.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. How you
What's
doing?
your question? I'm doing very good. The weather is amazing, right?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's kind
A
of cold though. That's why I'm
little
wearing
bit
jacket.
cold, but it's definitely sunny. So I'm in a t-shirt, right? So
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. San Diego is
Oh,
nice. Um, Mr. Jacob, I have a question. So my work permit. So I renew my work permit. So I transfer my case to UCIS.
okay.
I waited 150 days for sure. After
Okay.
my court has been dismissed.
Okay.
And I waited 150 days, like my whole 150 days. So the clock will restart as a 150 days, or it's gonna continue as 147 that I used to have in court. It's gonna be added.
It should be added. I believe it will be added.
So I will be eligible for work permit.
You should be. You should
Thank you
be.
so much. And
Yeah.
do you know the process and time?
I mean, that's hard to say. I mean, especially in San Diego, it's unclear. They're not consistent. So I don't want to give you like but at least you're eligible. So
Thank you. Jacob, I have another question. So my mom.
we're doing one question,
Oh,
but I'll be back again. Like I said, I'm gonna do this every week. Maybe I'll come back again on Thursday because I have a lot of people waiting.
it's just like very simple question, very
Yeah,
quick.
quick. All right.
So my mom, she filed me a petition. So I'm
Okay.
F2B category. I have a
Okay.
court. I have asylum with asylum.
Okay.
So I'm not eligible to adjust status here in United States. But
Correct.
I heard that orphan, something like the law of something that it will go to the appeal, and then the appeal will decide if I can adjust status here in the United States. Is that true or not? Because I have
So I
asylum.
think you're talking about I think you're talking about a potential bill that they're talking about to allow adjustments, right? Is that what you're talking about? Like a
Yes.
proposed bill?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a few bills that are pending right now, but none of them actually passed to allow you to do what you're trying to do. So, right now you're in the same position. You just have to wait.
Okay. So I can go to my country. I can go to another country like Mexico or Guatemala.
Yeah,
I
correct.
can do that, right?
Yeah, but not to your country. But you can go to
Of
another
course.
country. Sure.
Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Of course. Thank you so much, Jacob. I
Yes.
appreciate you.
Yes,
Good
sir.
bless. Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. We got let me see here. We've got also people waiting here on TikTok. Let's take another video here. It's good to see everybody on Monday. Perfect. Yeah.
Hi, Jacob. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. What's your name and where are you from? If you have video, please, start a video. If not, just let me know where you're from.
Yeah, my name is Prince, and I'm from Philadelphia.
Okay.
I am a citizen.
Okay.
Yeah, I watch your videos all the time, which is very helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me a chance to talk to you.
Okay.
Would you allow me to ask you?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know
Definitely.
that you're busy.
Please ask your question.
Okay, so I have my wife and two kids. They are overseas in a country called Nauru.
Okay.
It is the smallest country in the Pacifics.
Okay.
I applied for I-130 petition
Okay.
for them back in 2023 August.
Okay.
So it was showing that it will take about 6 to 7 months, but this week it has changed my progress time to longer than expected.
Okay.
So at the time when I was applying for my wife, I was consulted by one of the attorney that I don't need to apply for my two kids because they come under the category of my spouse.
Okay.
And then I did more research and I checked the requirement for I-130.
Right.
And it said that, yes, you do need to apply for your kids.
You do. Absolutely.
Yes. So I filled out the form back in January of this year. My progress time automatically changed to what it was showing to me of my wife. So do you think that they will give me whatever the decision is according to my wife or my kids too, or no?
So if you filed your wife first and then you added the kids, then what you need to do is you need to make sure that you let USCIS know that you want everybody to be approved at the same time. What's going to happen is that they're going to approve the earlier filing, which is going to be the wife, and of course they're going to add the kids to it. That's what they should be doing.
Okay. Yeah, I applied online on my USCIS account.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is they sent both of my older son and my wife form to Texas, but my second son, he was sent to Nebraska.
Yeah. Don't worry too much where they send it. You don't control what they do behind the scenes. The point is that if you filed an application for a spouse and then you added the kids, You just need to make sure you request them to approve everybody at the same time, and that's going to be your wife and your kids. Where they send those cases doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay.
So my progress time, like, does the computer show it automatically, or does it show it according to whatever the officer have how many, like, the amount of cases he has?
It shows it's a combination of both. But again, I don't think it's very accurate, to be honest with you. So don't rely on it. What you have to do is just make sure that they understand that they have to approve all of you guys at the same time. Okay.
So do you know, like, how long does it take for the citizens to file for the family petition? Like how long does it take for UCS to?
I mean, like I said, right now, average I-140 30s. I've done a video on this. They're taking about 14 to 16 months, average for cases like yours. I mean, it could be faster, but I'm just telling you what the average is. Okay.
And what about the taxes? Suppose, like, once they get approved for NVC, for the affidavit of support,
right,
for 3 people, how much should be the taxes to pay, like, to pay the taxes on?
I mean, how much income you have to make?
Yes.
You have to look at the poverty guidelines, 125% of the poverty guidelines, and it tells you. I think you're probably going to be somewhere in the 30s. I don't have it in front of me, but it's easy for you. Just go to Google and find the poverty guidelines, and it tells you the amount. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Jacob. I really appreciate your time.
Of course.
You have a good one.
All right. We have a lot of questions about the visa bulletin, the dates. People are asking. We have a question from Shab on YouTube. Any idea when April become current for EB2 final action dates, and when filing date will again be applicable? Like I said, it's hard for me to predict the visa bulletin because as we're moving through the summer, we get more and more visa numbers available. You can see, as I did on my video from the March visa bulletin, you can see that family-based categories are moving faster a little bit, and also employment-based, and it's going to continue. I mean, it's not really, really fast, but it is moving. So you'll see more movement in the visa bulletin probably as we move through April, May. But you'll see much bigger movements after June, July of 2024, which is where my original prediction was. We have a question. We have a Freeman here who is on video on YouTube. Freeman, how are you? And what is your question? And where are you from?
Yeah, I'm good. And how about you? I'm from
Pretty good,
Dubai,
pretty good.
Abu
Are
So
you
my
are you in
question is,
Dubai? Are you in Dubai right now?
yes, I'm in Dubai.
Ah, excellent, very good.
And
So tell me,
yeah,
what's your
and my
question?
my question
Yeah.
is, I have my resident permit here is 2 months to expire, and my
Okay.
case is also in Abu Dhabi embassy. So I wanted to know from you if I can transfer the case to Ivory Coast, or do you think I should leave it here and maybe file for expedite?
Um,
I'm waiting for
I mean,
interview. Yeah.
if you have a temporary status that is going to expire in Abu Dhabi and your visa
Yeah,
interview is
my
designated,
resident permit. Yeah.
then I would try to get an expedite using that as a reason, saying, "Listen, my status is going to expire, but I need help to get my interview faster." If they refuse, then just move your case to the Ivory Coast or where you're from originally. That's what I would do. But for
I'm
now,
from Ghana, but I think there's a backlog in Ghana. So
there is backlog. So I think you should do like an expedite and use that, saying that your residency expiring, and see if they're willing to expedite your case.
okay, thank you. Do you think Abu Dhabi is backlog? Like,
Abu Dhabi is not too bad. It's not backlogged. It's not fast,
okay,
but it's not backlogged.
okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. And once again, those of you guys watching on YouTube, I have a lot of requests here for people that want to move their cases to us or get a second opinion. So just use the number on the screen, send me a text, and also you guys watching on TikTok, if you want me to help you with your case, I can do this in all 50 states. And this is for the questions that you asking me, if I can do this in every state, even though we're based in California. And also, you can go to my bio, and there's a phone number in the bio. Use it to text me, or use the link to leave your information. It's the same thing. The phone will be the text message will be quicker. And also, if you're watching here for the first time, all of you guys on TikTok, please follow my account if you haven't followed me yet. You don't miss my lives or the new videos we post. Just click now and follow me. And also, will mean a lot if you share the live. There's the three dots at the bottom. You can actually use it to share, and so more people can see the live and share it. And that will mean a lot if you can share and subscribe and follow my channel. That'll be amazing. And the same thing for you guys on YouTube. If you are here for the first time watching the stream and you're not a subscriber yet, you know what to do. Subscribe. Let's see here. Erica says, how can I help you? Help me. Can you help me? I had a consultation and I was told I could go with I-130 with my sibling, but how long does it take? Well, it's going to take a long time. If you want to apply based on your sister, sibling, sister, or brother, it's taken about 15 years average. If you're from the Philippines, it's going to take you 20 years. If you're from Mexico, 20 years. So, you know, people ask me, well, if it's going to take so long to file an application from a sibling, why should I do it? Why should you do it? Because, you know, it's just going to be another application you have pending, even if it's going to take a long time. You know, we have people who have been undocumented in the United States for over 20 years. And if they file their applications through their siblings, they would have already had their green cards right now. So if you have an option to file for your green card, even if it's going to take a long time, I suggest you do it, because you just never know, right? You know, some people tell me, I have an employer, he wants to file for my green card, especially our nurse cases. But it's going to take 5-6 years. Why would I do it? Who's going to wait for me that long? Well, you'll be surprised. You know, if it's a profession that is a shortage occupation, then your employer is going to do it, and they're going to file for you, and they're going to wait for you. Jocelyn says, any tips on getting advanced parole? Well, again, if you want to apply for advanced parole, you have to make sure that you qualify based on the reasons for advanced parole, which is employment, a family, emergency, like somebody is ill, you can visit a grave, even for medical treatment. We have a lot of people that apply for advanced parole to go to get their medical, dental stuff done in Tijuana across the border, and that's a good reason for advanced parole. Chris is asking, can you file for asylum and also for the national interest waiver self-petition? Technically, you can, but only if you file for your asylum within the 6 months, first 6 months when you entered, which means that you're still in legal status, and then you can do also the NIW at the same time. Richmond says, can you talk about the EB3 skilled workers for nurses? So remember, I've done quite a few videos about the EB3. The EB3 is one of my favorite green card categories because you can do this green card. It's a future position, so you don't have to work for the employer now. It can be any employer who wants to sponsor you for any future position. And specifically for nurses, skilled workers, is that these hospitals who are filing for nurses, they can file for the I-140. You can skip the labor certification because it's a profession that is in high demand. And we're just going to wait for the priority date to become current, because right now EB3 is backlogged. But you can do EB3 for almost any position. I mean, obviously, you can do it for nurses, but we're doing right now EB3 for unskilled labor, construction, hospitality. We're doing people in entertainment. So it's a really powerful opportunity if you have an employer that is willing to sponsor you. Is the wait for marriage-based green card shorter than the EB2 from England? Chloe is asking the question. Well, if you're inside the United States, it is quite shorter, 100%. But if you're outside of the United States, it's not that, well, I mean, it is still shorter because EB2 is a little bit behind right now. So the bottom line is that marriage, if you file for green card based on marriage, it will always be shorter than if you do it through employment. It is. All right, so let's see. We got here a bunch of comments on YouTube. Ding is asking, can an American green card holder file for you under SIJ, or does it have to be a citizen? Should be a citizen. Most likely it should be a citizen. Velta, do I have to file a waiver for my husband whose visa was canceled and inadmissible for 5 years? I filed for him. He has an interview date in his foreign country. Do I have to file a waiver? If he was barred for 5 years, I would definitely file for a waiver just to be safe. You don't want to, not file a waiver and then, he's not going to be able to come back and you waste the interview. So I would definitely do that. Let's see here. We've got people waiting on the live on video. Just line up. If you're on TikTok, if you want to join on video, just request.
Hello.
And hello, Lisa.
Yes.
Hi, Lisa. Do you have is your video working?
I don't know.
Just see if you can, authorize it so we can see you. And then otherwise tell us where you're from and ask your question.
Okay. I'm from Georgia,
Okay.
and this is not for me. It's a friend of mine.
Okay.
He has applied for asylum.
Okay.
And he had submitted an application to get the EAD, but they denied his application 2 or 3 times. I'm not sure why. I know the letter stated at one point in time that they didn't have an application for the asylum online on file, and he sent back the application form along with the receipt for the asylum that he filed, and they denied it again. Do you think
They denied what? The application or the filing itself? What did they deny?
The application for the EAD.
Oh, the EAD. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
So do you think they're denying it because he needs to pay because they denied it the first time?
I mean, there could be a lot of reasons. I mean, it's important to look at the decision. So I don't want to just guess. If you want to have them contact me and send me the decision, I'm happy to look at it. But there could be there could be many reasons why the work permit could be denied.
For example, can you give me like an example?
I mean, some people file too early and they don't qualify within the statutory time. Some people they can't find their pending application. Some people use the wrong classification on the work permit application for when they apply for the work permit. Stuff like that I've seen happen recently. So it will say on the denial what is the problem, and then they can fix it by refiling it.
Okay, and he doesn't need to pay. He doesn't need to pay once that happened because it's the first time.
No, he won't need to.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Of course. All right, we've got some more question here. Let me see here. Do you know anything about the waiver 601? How many months it's taking right now? So most of the 601 waivers are taking about 2 years right now. I have a lot of questions about predictions on EB3 Unskilled. Unfortunately, I don't think the EB3 Unskilled is going to move much in the April Visa Bulletin. It's one of those categories that is definitely behind, but you guys are going to see a lot more movement after June of 2024, which is what I said even in the beginning of the year when I started making the predictions. But if you are waiting for your EB3, you're trying to get that application going through, it is definitely slow right now, but I would still file it for a few reasons. First of all, take advantage of the cheaper filing fees. And also, you definitely want to be in there before there's going to be an influx of these EB3s once the Visa Bulletin becomes a little bit faster. Many more people are going to start filing. And if you already have an application pending, then you're going to be considered to be faster. Let's see. We have a lot of questions here. What form do I need to fill if my husband... Let me see here. What can I do if I exceeded the 1-year mark for applying for asylum? That's a question that comes a lot, but also on our YouTube channel. and specifically in a Facebook group, which you can always join it. We've got links in our on a YouTube bio as well. You have to prove that your circumstances have changed and why you should be allowed to file after 1 year. For example, maybe there's now a revolution in your country. Maybe there's like, particular danger to you that wasn't available, or things that were not existing when originally your case started. So that's what I would do. If you can prove that, then you can apply for asylum after a year. How do we get a hold of you? Jocelyn from YouTube. So Jocelyn, just look, or any of you watching this on YouTube, this number right here specifically for you guys on the live. Use it, 619-483-4549. Use it, text me, mention that you were on the live, and I will be able to obviously take your consultation. And for you guys watching on TikTok, thanks for those of you joining right now. Make sure you follow my account. If you can do it now, that would mean a lot to me. And thanks for the hearts and the likes. I appreciate it. And if you need help with your immigration matter, the easiest way to do it, because you're on the live, is just go to my bio. There's a phone number there. Use the number, text me, or use the link in my bio. You can use the link and leave your information, and one of us will be in touch with you. Joe says, can your spouse, your citizen spouse, petition for you if they have a felony or if their felony was expunged? So typically a U.S. citizen, even if they have a felony, they can still sponsor an immigrant for a green card. The only crimes that are not eligible are, if you have violence against children and things like that, then those crimes are going to be, those U.S. citizens will be put on a special kind of like list under the Adam Walsh Act, and they will have a problem to sponsor. Chacha is asking, are they still waiving green card interviews? They are, but much less than 6 months ago. So I've done a video that I mentioned that they're not waiving as many green card interviews anymore, and the reason is because they're catching up finally, and the backlogs are a little bit less, and they're going to be raising the fees. They're going to hiring more people, so you're going to see less and less cases being waived. However, they're still waiving them. So if you are in a position to file your case right now, do this for a few reasons. Number one, they're still waiving green card interviews still right now, so you should still file for your green card. Number two, the filing fees are going up on April 1st. If you didn't know, they are going up in some cases by over 60%. So if you're ready to file for your green card, for your H-1B visa, for investor visa, whatever that is, thanks guys, you should file your case right now. And again, if you need my help, use the phone number there, and that will be the best way to get in touch with me. Let's see here. Love says, I was denied B1, B2. How can I get the USCIS to stop a petition my ex-wife filed for me? I'm in Jamaica. So you can't stop any petition that USCIS filed. You can request in writing to certain things to happen, but you don't have the power to stop anything. USCIS will decide, and they will, do whatever they need to do with it. Julio says, do I have to do a wedding ceremony to help me get citizenship with DACA? Thanks, Victor. No, you don't need to have necessarily a wedding ceremony. As long as you marry in court, like legally, and it's a legal document. It doesn't have to be like a big wedding or like a party or something like that. It just has to be a bona fide. Let me see here. Angel says, can I bring my fiance from Mexico if she got her visa revoked 2 years ago? So first of all, the good news is that fiancé visas are really, really fast right now. They're faster. Like we had a case that we submitted in December, and they already got an approval in March, and they're going for they're about to be scheduled very soon for an interview. So it's been really, really fast. Something that used to take a year now is really fast. So I think, if you're thinking about, do I need to do a fiancé visa or a marriage case? Fiancé visas are good again. Thanks, Shurab. Fiancé visas are effective as well. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. And again, you're watching this on TikTok and you're here for the first time, please follow my account so you don't miss any of my videos. And also, please share the live. Click the 3 dots at the bottom, and so others can see the live. And of course, drop your questions, and I'll ask them in a second. And we got a question from Mariam. I got married to a U.S. citizen within 3 months on a visitor visa, and I left for my home country. Can I revisit the U.S. while my change of status is in process? So hopefully you left with the advanced parole. If you left without an advanced parole, then you're going to be in trouble. Because once you file for the adjustment of status, you need to you can't leave the country. You need to have advanced parole if you want to leave the country. And so hopefully you didn't do that. And that completes the live stream for our YouTube and Facebook and Instagram people. I'm still gonna take some more questions on TikTok. So TikTok will continue, and I will say goodbye to our YouTube friends. And again, if you do need help with your immigration matters, please use the number on the screen right now, and you know how to get a hold of me. We'll be back hopefully on Thursday, but otherwise we're always here on Monday at 5 p.m. streaming. So thanks to you, my friends, on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And TikTok, we're still here. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep answering your questions there as well. All right. Thanks, guys.